I just said to you, here are some of the top spelling mistakes. Perhaps you're asking me this question. Well, how do I know this? And it isn't just intuition. I know it because of this. Everyone's going, yeah. What is it? I've got a figure for 2006. 2 million candidates did the Cambridge exams, not just the PET, all the Cambridge exams. So basically we have 2 million exam papers of these students. The Cambridge Learners Corpus take the exam scripts, put it into a database that then becomes searchable. So you can now search for information using real exam scripts. Let's just have a look at that in a little bit more detail. It's a large collection. Students taking the exams. So these are real candidates. I was interested to read that. I know that 2 million students did the exam, but there are only 135,000 scripts. But I think for statistics, that's enough. That's quite a large number. But it will get bigger, obviously. Okay? So how does this work? Well, this was one of my words. I had the word comfortable, and I wanted to know, do students spell it correctly or incorrectly? If they spell it incorrectly, how do they spell it? So I had my database, I asked it to look for spelling, and it came up with some examples. Let me show you them clearer. Obviously, the word on the right is correct. Yep, and the word on the left is incorrect. And it came up with some of these. And what was interesting is it came up with other spelling mistakes. Are you surprised with prefer? And just for interest, here are some more it came up with. This is a problem for me, choose and chose. And the last one. Okay, interesting. And that's how we know that, because we can search the scripts. Okay, if you remember at the beginning, Cambridge said the particular problems were spelling, but the other problems were the past tenses, in particular, the irregular forms of the past tenses. Okay, so again, we went back to the database and asked the database to come up with typical student mistakes at PET level. And this is what it came up with. Full of mistakes. Okay, what I've done is I've reversed the exercise. We took some typical mistakes, put them in sentences, and as an exercise, we asked the students to focus on the mistakes. But because all of you are teachers, I'm going to ask you to do the opposite. These sentences are correct. What do you imagine were the mistakes? So in sentence number 1, with one L. But again, we've got the problem with American and English, so it has to be consistent. Yeah. So I'd like to give you a minute. You can do it on your own or with the person sitting next to you. What were the typical student mistakes? Tenses. The regular, the past forms. Okay, I'm now going to show you what the common mistakes are, and as you're looking at them, any surprises? Any words surprise you? I was surprised. I was surprised by that one. Which one? Bots.
In Turkish it is bots.
Is it bots in Turkish? That's why.
Some mistakes depends on the culture.
Well, what I haven't showed you is it will actually tell you what nationality the student was. So it brings you up the mistake and it says this was made by. So this would be interesting. I'll have a look tonight and, well, when I get back and
yeah,
see.
I was going to ask if the corpus indicates common mistakes per
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what you can do is search by nationality if you wanted to. So you could say, I'd like to know what mistakes Spanish speakers make. Yeah. Yeah. Just my little plug again for the Cambridge Language Corpus remains property of Cambridge University Press, and they use it to inform their course books. So if you look at a Cambridge course book or dictionary or other book and you see the symbol on the front, that means that the information comes from the corpus. So when we say these are typical mistakes that your students make, it's real, it's true, it's true.